In August of 2017, I did a website post about all the Muffler Men that would be on the line of Eclipse. And that time it came through Oregon and exited the United States in South Carolina. This time it's going to come up through Mexico and exit the northern United States in Maine. So I thought it would be fun to do a video today and just kind of go over what Muffler Men are going to be in the path. And if you want to spend the Eclipse with a Muffler Man, here are your choices. We'll start out in Mexico, in Piedra Negros. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but that is going to be the first Muffler Man. It's just south of the American border there. It's a bow tie version. I haven't been to see this guy. The Eclipse is going to go directly over him. Next, we're going to go up to Bourne, Texas. There's a cowboy at a car dealership. I was visited there a number of years ago. He's also going to be a great Muffler Man to hang out with to see a total eclipse. Next would be Fredericksburg, Texas. This is another one that's right on the line. We actually restored and set this guy and found him in Maine, where the eclipse is ending. Waxahachie is next in Texas. This is a modified, kind of a Mr. Bendo styled modified Chief version. Again, right on the line. Great views here in Texas. I think they're supposed to have good weather, hopefully. Next is Irving, Texas. There's a Viking that I did a video on not long ago. You also have a lot of the Dallas Muffler Men, the standard version that stands up on the high pole there holding the muffler. Probably one of the giants that the guys at Roadside America saw that helped them coin the phrase Muffler Men. Another one near Love Field. This is a snurred version. That's going to be a great place to view the eclipse from. Moving up the line now, we'll go into Texarkana. There's a 14-foot Luke Lombard at an appliance store and heavy machinery, landscaping equipment. They've got a nice guy inside that you can view there. I think it's called Hoshatown. There's a campground there. This is a Bell Plastics custom cowboy, a new Muffler Man made probably in the last 5 to 10 years. Going up the line here, this is a little bit on the edge of the line, but still you should be able to get a great view in Hot Springs, Arkansas. Go check out Driven Towing. They've got the Spock Man from Salt Lake City. They've got the Tow Man that was made by Mark Klein Custom. And they have a Bunyan that has literally been all over the place. I think he started out life in Utah at a sporting goods store, and then he went to the Northeast in Connecticut for a while, and then Oklahoma, and then finally he's at Driven Towing. Driven Towing is really, keep an eye on them. They've got a growing number of giants. They're going to have quite the collection here in another year or two. That would be a great place to check out the eclipse from. Heading on up into Missouri, Chenoya Landing. I probably said that all wrong, but there's a chief there. This is, he's a few hundred yards from the line. So literally the eclipse is going to go right over the top of him. That's another great spot. Just like in 2017, American Giants or Re-Giant shop there in southern Illinois near Marion is going to get almost a direct hit again. So every time we've had an eclipse, we seem to all our giants. I won't go over all the details of those because I'm really focusing on giants you can visit. So these are all giants that are in the public eye. Mount Vernon is next, the Unaroyal Girl. She's a bit on the edge of the line, but a great view there. She came back a few years ago after going to Bell Plastics and spending some time in California. Heading up the line here, we're getting into Indiana. We got the Indianapolis Mr. Bendo. Check him out. And just past him, up the road there in Muncie is a standard version. Probably was a cowboy originally, who knows. Moving on up into New York, we've got the Big Indian Smoke Shop. There's two chiefs there. Then we got a Mark Klein version in Derby, New York, Super Freeze. This is a guy, one of Mark Klein's early versions actually, from probably before I even met Mark Klein. And then we're going to head up into Canada, Mr. Furnace. He is one of the unique Canada head giants. And we don't know the story of why they have different heads, but he's near Turner's Corner. Let's keep going up here to Grand Island, Niagara Falls, Buffalo area. There's a Viking at a high school inside. They've cut him in half, but still counts. And then we're heading out. The last few here, we've got one in Vermont. This is in Georgia, Vermont. I think he's visible. He's at somebody's property right along a road there. This guy has had a long history in Georgia. He started out in Macon. He went to Dublin, Georgia. Then he went to Albany and Leesburg. And then he went to South Tampa, rather, and spent some time down there before being sold to some guys in New Jersey last year. And now he is in Vermont, way up at the top of the country, a few miles from the Canadian border. And then the last one, as the Eclipse exits the United States and any sign of Muffler Man, is the giant, another Canada head giant up in Savoy. I'm probably saying that wrong, but that's he's at a little antique store there. He would be the last one. He used to have a Coke. We used to call him Coke Man because he had a Coke emblem on his shirt. And so there you have it. Those are the giants that the public can visit. There's a bunch of them that I left out because they just are not. They're in private property. There's a bunch in Cleveland and some others in Ohio. But anyhow, 24 Muffler Men. Spend the day with a Muffler Man. And that's it for this round. We'll see when our next eclipse is, and if I'm still alive to make another video about it.